Hello and welcome to Earth Magic Brno. A couple of days ago I went out to Namest Nad Oslavou, an interesting little town just to the west of Brno, as you can see on the map. There I was tracking an energy line pair 90 meters wide that I'd discovered previously and wanted to see where it went. I also wanted to verify where the Templar lines lay, somewhere to the south of the town. So to start my day I went to point 1 on the river and walked up towards point 2 and beyond, dowsing for the line that I suspected passed through that location. I then tracked it across to point 3 before heading down to a beautiful spot on the river at point 4 where I found the Templar line. So I started the day looking at this St. John the Baptist church. This actually, I found, lies on one of the 90 pace wide lines that passes through the chateau, across the river and through this church. Of course, it's the positive line. And there's also a vortex here, an asymmetric vortex of that and two smaller lines. That is the chateau on the hill, and it crosses the river and through the St. John the Baptist church. I was joined by this wonderful sight of a bird of prey over the chateau, and it was a very, very cold morning. As you can see, the river was very iced up, and the town itself is a strange mixture of the historic and the communistic ugly factory, as you can see from this shot of the beautiful chateau in the distance and the ugly factory in the foreground. I then made my way along the river and found the female line of the pair, which passed through this chapel and hospice, which was dedicated to Saint Anne, I believe. And yes, there we are, Saint Anne. And so I found the pair passing through the chapel, through the church, from the chateau, and onwards through the town. I then headed north along the river bank and found some other lines which I mapped and will show you towards the end of this video. There are a number of lines in the area and I'm trying to unravel them at this particular moment, and also try to understand how they relate to the Templar line, which lies a little bit to the south of this historic town. And this is point 4 on the map. This is where I found the Templar lines, passing through this magnificent spot on the river valley which forms a gorge, and there's this little sort of village, I suppose it's some kind of a retreat, and the female Mokosh line runs one side of this and the male Perun line runs on the other side of it, so they come quite close together. Also found these groups of trees which grew in like circular arrangements and formed a wonderful little canopy. And getting to this location, you had to drive down this long tree-lined road through this forested area. Very, very beautiful. So at the end of my little trip, I had managed to sort these lines out a little bit further. So you can see there's the two lines running through the town, and there's the Templar line running to the south. Well, there's lots more work to be done in this area, and I hope to get there again in the next week or two, and also out to the other side of Brno to see where the Templar line heads in that direction towards Poland. Thanks for joining me. There'll be other videos in the next week or two. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much from Earth Magic Brno channel.